Hey guys, how you doing? Dover here, and welcome to part 4 of this week's weekly dev posts. Now, this post is another really long post um, about the UI again by Hiroshi Minagawa, and I'm just going to go over a few of the little details that are in this gigantically long post. So the first part is actually regarding wait times of our macros. And in case you didn't know already, you can actually go up to the first decimal place in your wait macro. In case you don't know what it is, it's /wait, then you enter a time. So wait 2.4 would actually be 2.4 seconds. So in this post they said from a technological standpoint this will be possible to implement a second place decimal macro. So instead we'll be having 2.42 as a wait timer. He then goes on to say, however, for the initial phases of FFXIV's operation, we decided to lower the degree of accuracy on this. The reason is that they do not want to make it so macros must be used, minimizing and optimizing actions without error beyond that of a human control is not allowed. This exact line here is actually referring to a part in the terms of service. Basically, you're not allowed to have a macro or a device that can allow someone to more than accurately time certain actions and movements and rotations more than what a normal human can possibly do. This post right here is about equipment comparison. Now this is something that is currently not available in Final Fantasy XIV, and I really don't like the fact that we can't compare two pieces of equipment side by side unless we open up two different UIs and two different menus and then move our mouse side to side to actually check the numbers. They've said that we would like to implement this in patch 2.1, but there is a possibility that it will be pushed to patch 2.2. With the item sort feature that will now be implemented in patch 2.1, it will be much easier than now to compare the item details, so there's a possibility that we can prioritize other features first. So I'm actually glad that they will be adding an item comparison feature, but I am kind of upset because we may not see it until patch 2.2. But still, it's nice to have this item comparison feature, especially when the new sets of gear come out, such as the Crystal Tower gear, such as maybe new gear that we may be getting from Extreme Mode Primals, and especially gear that we will be getting in patch 2.2, such as AF2 and Coil 2 gear. And of course there's a lot more information in this post regarding LS, FC and friend nameplates and changing their colours and stuff like that. There's a bit more information on the PS3 controller and changes that they will be doing to the PS3. So yeah, make sure you take a read at this post. Now this post is regarding extra PS3 support, and the first one is actually the focus target support. Once again, like I mentioned before, they're thinking about adding a focus target system in the game, and in this post they actually said that they've set a goal to have this supported in patch 2.1. So for PS3 players, look forward to this update because it looks like patch 2.1 is the dream update that majority of the PS3 players have been waiting for. So they've said that they're in a situation because they've reached a limitation of how much stuff they can be displaying on the screen at once because of memory limitations on the PS3. However, they have finally found a solution to have the focus target added onto the screen. However, by doing this, there are a few consequences that have to be in place for having the focus target support. So when you activate the focus target, a few things on your screen will be temporarily hidden, such as your experience points bar and other HUD information such as your connection status, your clock, and really other basic things like that. Of course, once you disable your focus target, then your experience point bar and all the other hidden information will finally be available to you again. Now I think this is a very good trade-off because the focus target is a very good feature for this game. I feel like the game is heavily reliant on the focus target. It makes life so much more easier, and I really do think this is a very good trade-off. They are also going to make it so you can change your cross hotbar sets much more easier. Originally, in order to change sets with the R1 button, you had to take your finger off the L or R2 button, but with this control expansion, you can simply press the R2 button while pressing the L2 button, or the opposite, and swap to a different set with other action. With this method, you'll be able to swap to different sets 2 steps quicker. Again, this is another really good, really positive thing for the PS3 player, and yeah, I hope you PS3 players are very happy that they're finally addressing quite a lot of issues that was with the PS3. They're also going to be adding a limited resource or a low resource version of the current display UI separately, and with the resources that I generated from that, make it so only action icons are displayed. Again, this is a really good feature. In other words, I believe that they're going to make a really simple, a really stripped down UI that you can switch to and from on the PS3 version, which won't take up as much resources but will be just as good as the original full UI display that you currently have. Again, this is another really good post by Hiroshi Minagawa, and it's talking a little bit more about the new switching functionality with the cross hotbar on the PS3. So they're going to be adding an on-off toggle for this expanded control feature. If you set this to off, pressing both of the buttons will do nothing. So both buttons meaning pressing down both R2 and L2. If the above setting is set to on, the below settings will become possible. 1. Indication of the set when holding down R2 and then L2. And again, indication of the set when used holding down L2 and then R2. As he previously said, you can hold down either one of the back 2 buttons and then press the other one, and then you'll automatically switch sets. Now, there's much more information regarding the PS3 in this post, and again, I'm going to leave a link to this post in the description box of the video, because quite frankly, as much as I would like to understand what they're talking about, I really don't, because I don't use a pad. So hopefully, if you are a PS3 player, just read the thread, and hopefully you'll have a much better understanding of all the PS3 talk, much better than I would. So guys, thank you for watching this video. It was rather long, and of course, there was 4 parts that you had to go through. So, thank you for watching if you watched all 4 parts. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.